Little white ghosts, hands in my pockets, thinking of you most.
Sidewalk is glass, cracks full of ice. Every cold memory cracks once, then twice. It's the chill of winter, but it's you I'm shivering for. Every wind through the window sounds like you at my door. Sweaters, but I'm still not any warmer, 'cause the snow on the street ain't as cold as losing your shoulder. Mouth on the table, steam like a veil. Your name on my phone, have written I bail.
Lights from the houses, yellow and kind.
Now walk past the laughter, leave mine behind. It's the chill of winter,
but it's you I'm shivering for. Every wind through the window
sounds like you at my door.
I've had on these sweaters, but I'm still not any warmer,
'Cause the snow on the street
ain't as cold as losing your shoulder. Street sign rattles,
solo bands, I
make a promise,
I almost said. If spring ever finds me,
before the stars may melt what's frozen between our hearts. It's the chill of winter, but it's you I'm shivering for. Every wind through the window still sounds like you at my door. Buy all these sweaters, but I'm still not any warmer, 'cause the frost on the glass can't compete with how it's over. Yeah, the snow on the street ain't as cold as losing your shoulder. gravel lane. Half hidden in a tangle of green. Windows like eyes that watch the rain. The rocking chair sighing like it knew me. The cottage made of ivy, where the walls remember names of tea stain, old pine tables, dusty frames made of rusted chains. Every crack and creak beside me says, you don't have to leave in the cottage made of ivy. I remembered how to breathe. Boots by the door, someone left in haste. Jam jar full of flowers by a train. Letter in a drawer, just a first name written in. Ink washed pale by the rain. In the cottage made of ivy, where the walls remember names, mugs of tea stain, old pine tables, dusty frames made of rusted chains. Every crack and creak beside me says, you don't have to leave in the cottage made of ivy. I remembered how to breathe. Summer calls through every open sea.
Found it at the end of the gravel lane. Half hidden in a tangle of green. Windows like eyes that had watched the rain. The rocking chair sighing like it knew me. In the cottage made of ivy, where the walls remember names, mugs of tea stain, old pine tables, dusty frames made of rusted chains. Every crack and creak beside me says, you don't have to leave in the cottage cosmos had a quiet doubt. 100,000 suns still I flicker out.
Prayers rise like smoke, curl and disappear. Every whispered say of me just reminds me I am here. I'm a despairing deity, drowned by my own design. Build you a garden bleeding, you call the thorns divine. I gave each storm of mercy, it shows the blackened sky. I'm a despairing deity who taught you how to cry.
I wrote your endings on my open palms, watched you chase your shadows, name them sacred psalms. You beg for meaning while you strike the match, set fire to each other, then asked who created the ash. I'm a despairing deity, drowned by my own design. Built you a garden Eden, you called the thorns divine. I gave you storms of mercy, it shows the blackened sky. I'm a despairing deity who taught you how to cry. If I could sleep, forget your words, no silence be the kindest Lord. Find a make this fractured frame, but I feel less or just the same. Innkeeper, zealously renting shame. Got a Bible in the lobby, pages torn and marked with stains. He'll remember every story, forget your face by dawn. And a Tawdry Innkeeper locks you in and moves on. Well, lipstick goes on linen sheet, thunder shakes the crooked beams. He just shrugs, adjusts the side, vacancy and flickered light. Thomas is under penny bar, all his sins don't travel far. Oh no, he's a Tawdry Innkeeper, selling sleep, legs in shame. Got a Bible in the lobby, pages torn, marked with stains. He'll remember every story, forget your face by dawn. And a Tawdry Innkeeper likes you in and moves on. Ask him what he's ready for, he just wipes a blast. Hope so long as there's clearly you're not alone. That's why you're scared to go back home. She's the Tawdry Innkeeper, selling sleep, renting shame. Got a Bible in the lobby, pages torn, marked with stains. He'll remember every story, forget your face by dawn. Yeah, the Tawdry Innkeeper counts the keys and the break of dawn. And he flips that sound again, and the night rolls on and on. We mark the day in tiny strokes, initials and a crooked heart, laugh lines in the bark you joked. This'll outlast us falling apart. Late August on that leaning fence, dirt on your knees, sap on your hands. You said, I want something that stays, like we could order forever on demand. Carved in oak, deeper than we ever spoke. Every ring remembers snow, from promises we never broke. Even when we changed our roads, there we are in weathered coat, faded, but it never goes. Our names carved in oak. Came back once, 10 years gone. The field was just a sharpened road, but there it stood behind the love, guarding what we used to know. Your letters chipped, mine grown wide, like the tree kept breathing us in.
traced your curve with awkward hands, felt my chest cold tight from the skin, carving all deeper than we ever spoke. Every remember smoke from fires we thought we'd always stoked. Even when we changed our roads, there we are in weathered cold or faded, but it never goes. Our names carved in oak. Maybe love is like that gray heart. Stacks the cans by worst case state. Sells umbrellas when the forecast gray. Keeps the ice cream right by the door,
so somebody's bound to drop it on the floor.
He's got a sale on burnt toast bread, a 2-for-1 on things you dread. Spilled your coffee, take this shirt,
comes pre-stained for last heard.
He's the grocer who trades in mishaps,
Puts your bad day up on the racks.
all your hoops and your cracked glass jars, barcoded and stacked in carts. Bring your slip-ups, breaks, and mishaps. He'll ring them up and pay you back. Turn your wrong turns into snacks at the grocer who trades and mishaps.
Kid in aisle 3 starts to cry.
Balloon escapes, kisses the sky.
He prints a sticker, slaps it on.
Limited edition,
Vanished fun.
a dropped egg splashes at your feet.
He just smiles, says,
Isn't that neat? We'll call this carton scrabble fate.
Adds a tag, goes great.
Oh, it's late. He's the grocer who trades in mishaps.
Puts your bad day
Up on the racks, all your hoops and your cracked glass jars, barcoded and stacked in carts.
when you slip ups.
Breaks and mishaps,
He'll ring them up and pay you back.
turn your wrong turns into snacks at the grocer
Who trade
in mishaps.
on the shelf, not things you lost.
There's an 8-jack, there's a watch,
Half a blade, a quiet crush.
just be dreams in a cardboard box.
So scan your shame, your second try.
This price just strapped on ruined pride. Take this home, it might surprise.
Somehow the best of
Comes Miss Price. He's the grocer who trades in mishaps.
puts your bad day
Up on the racks, all your hoops and your cracked glass jars, barcoded and stacked in cars. Bring your slip-ups, breaks, and mishaps. You ring them up and pay you back. You leave later, bags and back from the grocer who trades in mishaps.
out of the corner
in the heat of the moment. I started to cry. Came into view, I didn't know it was you. There in the sun with your glasses on, I could be happy with you. I could be happy with you. A needle in a haystack, I'm trying to trace back all of the time that we lost. I remember the dream and how happy you seemed when you said that I was the one. Came into view, I didn't know it was you. There in the sun with your glasses on, I could be happy with you. I could be happy with you.
frost on your glass, your sweater on my shoulders. How I hope this would last. Kettle in the kitchen, low steady hum. Your feet in my blanket, my heart is coming undone. Fireside embers glow on your face. Slow burning center keeps it all in place. If all that we are in this frozen December, let me keep you in these fireside embers. You chase old stories and the best on the shelf, laugh about all of the versions we told of ourselves. Mismatched mugs on the crooked oak floor. You say stay a little, I stay a little more. Fireside embers glow on your face. Slow burning center keeps it all in place. If all that we are in this frozen December, let me keep you in these fireside embers. Someday the wood will all burn through, smoke in the rafters, ice in my flue. But right now the light draws me to you. Tiny red coals holding the truth. Fireside embers glow on your face. Slow burning center of his worn out place. If all that we are is what rest of